Ahoy! Welcome to another edition of Gavin's Grotty Guitars. This week we continue looking at one of my favourites of the strange history of Squier. This is a Squier Showmaster, Squier by Fender Showmaster, not a Stage Master. So this is China made. It has bolt-on neck, that wonderful smooth recess for upper reaches, reverse headstock, and as you can see, a very interesting glittery paint job. Large flakes, but to be perfectly honest, not that not that glittery, so it's rather sparse, and as you can see from the dust on it, not played that much. If you'll excuse me, I clearly need to tune up. And we're back in the room. So, what's special about this? It's another one, I'm not even sure which version, I think it's probably versions 1 or 2. There's 4 generations of the Showmaster Stage Master from Squier, made in various places. Hardtail bridge, string through there, nicely. Rather nicely done paint job, even if it's not to everybody's taste. I know a couple of people who it might be his taste to. Matching headstock. It's from the strange era where they were trying out new things. And God bless them for trying. I would say this was probably a miss. But I do like these guitars. Twin humbucker, no name. They're okay, they're nothing to write home about. Nice easy setup. I think I bought this from a guitar shop, and purely because of wanting to get the collection, as it were. I paid more than I normally would, so I paid about £100 for this, I think, which anybody who buys guitars will go, my god, that's cheap. But for me, that's a fair amount of money to spend. Obviously I had to do a bit of setup on the neck and the bridge. The pickups are still, I don't know if you could hear that because of how YouTube compresses sound. The pickups are still a bit out on volume mixing. They're nothing special. If I wanted to make this better, I would swap the pickups out for something, and make sure that there was a coil tap in the middle position, which there isn't here. There's no extras. There isn't, is there? No. It's a very basic 2 humbucker Strat type, 24 fret, mind, super Strat, but without a tremolo. So easy and cheap to make. Not a lot on the hardware. I would think personally that I think the tuners are wrong on this. They're quite large and they don't seem right for the headstock for some reason. They feel wrong. But I am a sucker for reverse headstocks. I've always felt that that's the right side to put tuners on, because you want to change the tuning, your hand's around that side already. It's not brilliantly made, it's not awful. I like it because it's, in my mind, exactly what a bog standard Strat type guitar should be. I'm not a big fan of tremolos, so there isn't one. Don't like the second extra tone knob. What's the point of that on Strats? Don't really understand it all. I would like, if I was making this, maybe a bit more carve here. I'd also think maybe a neck through or glue in neck for this kind of thing. And the neck feels a little bit thin, but you're making things for a price, you're making things for a market. This is exactly, apart from the paint job, what was needed from these guitars at the time, and for the money, it's superb if you can live with a paint job. It might surprise you to learn that I'm not a unicorn sparkles type of guy, but I'm sure I'll get a gig one day where unicorns and sparkles are needed, and I'll drag this out of storage and it'll be its day again in guitar heaven. So until then, ta-ra, toodle pip, and see you next week on another one of my grotty guitars.